So, as we begin this evening, I have a coughing fit.
You were doing so good until now.
Yeah, about right. We start the evening, I start the recording, and then go into a coughing fit. Perfect timing.
Yep.
So, as we begin tonight, we are picking up from last week's game, where you all had a long rest. And during that long rest, some members of the group experienced a shared dream, a hallucination, a symbolic event, and you woke up with a magical token from that event. More specifically, Aldrin woke up with that token from that event. And managed to get himself declared Jarl. The guy from not Fenris, who is a member of the Fallen Sons, the Thousand Sons, the enemies of Fenris, was declared Jarl.
But it made sense because the gods actually favored him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least a god did.
Yeah.
But we don't know
gods
that.
are never wrong.
Yeah.
So don't question the gods, or I will smite you.
It was not a god, it was the gods. So. Because there is only a few of them.
Yeah.
So as we pick up this week, it is morning. You have awakened from your long rest. The fires are now beginning to burn low. Most of the ship is gone. Most of the large, what looks like the ship that was upside down with furs hanging from it, who the locals know would have been the longhouse that the villagers ruled from, where the Jarl's throne was located, has also basically burned away at this point, as have most of the huts that were struck and were ablaze during the fires.
But I have written it down what we have. We still have 7 canoes, 6 outrigged canoes, and 1 Voyager canoe.
Yes, which are all located down to the southeast.
If by morning, at least Harald would start walking among the wreckage of the ship. This is a spell jammer, so is there metal that we can take? Because metal is basically more worth than gold for trading.
This was a dragon ship, so there is a good amount of metal and also a good amount of gold. The prow ornament on the ship actually was gold, so there is now a melted, probably 3 foot by 2 foot puddle of what is slowly hardening as it cools, a puddle of gold that is melted away from the prow ornament.
That has got to be the heaviest puddle.
But we would, like, gold is not a good metal for weapons or anything like that. So we wouldn't necessarily think maybe we haven't even seen gold, but basically metal makes more sense for us.
Yeah, certainly. And you, if you want to investigate,
Iron.
you will be able to find some metal. It will be in various tangled heaps and various conditions. But if you want to give me an investigation, you can see how much you find.
I am doing so with my wolf. I summon the wolf and
You
I
summoned
help
him
it.
again this morning.
Yeah, to kind of help him like push aside debris and shit like that. Help me carrying.
I think while he does that, I actually want to. I just want to see if I can find any remains of any of the other crew.
Okay.
Shit, I just spent a third of my psi points for this. I bet I
By
guess
the
it's been
way,
good.
I should just point out, Norman is in the thing as alive. However, he's dead.
Yes, I don't know why I did that, but I'll take him back out.
What the shit? Even with advantage, I've never rolled well with this fucking wolf.
I assume investigation for me looking for bodies
Yes.
or survival.
Oh,
Investigation, yeah.
I would like to get everybody together and start sorting through the rubble, and basically, try and find any. Because I know that we did have chests, we did have crates filled with rations. We had, a whole bunch of different things. Basically,
We had cargo.
We had cargo, basically. So I don't know what was in the cargo, because you haven't told me. But
Human children.
I imagine that rather than be burned, a lot of that stuff is just going to be basically underneath debris.
You can try.
So we're gonna try
in
and
water.
huh?
Isn't it underwater?
No.
No.
It's going to be buried, kind of like half buried in snow because it slowly melted its way into it. But
Yeah, and I think we don't need that much more food. Each one of the Fenris survivors have 2 months of tundra rations, and there are 27 days of dried meat rations in the group loot. So
I have my own. So
yeah, exactly. So in that case, we would just need food for the survivors. Unless I don't know how do we know how long would it take to kind of get to another village or another island?
Depending on weather conditions and other factors, anywhere from a week to 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay. Well, I mean, if Fenris people are covered, we basically just need food for the survivors in that case. And currently, there's 27 days of rations split among 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people.
Does Bob remember, because he is the first mate,
Oh,
what
right.
the cargo was while we were traveling through that system?
Plus, I'm sure Bob that fuck eats twice as much. So you guys have.
is Bob actually large, like large size?
Yes,
He is GIF our large size. Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure offhand.
he is.
Yeah. So
yeah, he would
you
eat
guys,
quite a bit more.
yeah, you guys are going to last for like 4.5 days.
There,
I
made
think
this
I have 2
token
weeks.
large.
Iceberg gets
Oh,
up.
we're not
from-
on the map, Casey. I'm still on the.
Go ahead, Casey. Seeger, go ahead.
Iceberg drops down from like a small, like uprising, a small hill or some such. He slides down and runs up to Harald and says, "Shaman, we'll not worry about food. We'll have food on the way. We'll get attacked. Trust me."
I still haven't decided on a voice, by the way. So yeah.
Neither have I. Neither have I.
Harald said, "Yeah, of course," and kind of looks to what's your name? Aldrin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we would call you Jarl or Aldrin, right? Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Jarl Aldrin. Iceberg is right. We need to move now, and then we can get rations later.
But there are valuable things in the cargo. I know for a fact.
I'm just
things
giving you
that
that
would
list
be
of
able
what
to
he
help
remembers
us.
now.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, we need to go soon because if we are dead, then cargo doesn't matter.
Then we will make haste.
These weird words again. I think he means fast.
I can't understand him. You're speaking what language? Common, right?
You understand it, but it's broken to you.
It's weird. I understand like word here, word there, and content. Okay, yeah.
You probably understand 8 out of 10 words.
Okay.
If you can imagine someone with a heavy southern accent getting dropped into London, you're
Oh God.
kind of speaking the same language, but very differently accented and using some words differently. It's that kind of...
Have you heard Cockney?
Yeah.
That.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Iceford walks up to Aldrin and says, "You're not my Jarl. You make haste, or I leave you behind." And he's looking at you. Are you shivering from the cold?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I look fine.
Not affected by the cold at all?
No.
Okay. He seems to be essentially staring you down, seeing what your reaction will be.
He looks at you and he says, "If you would like to get respite from the cold, then I can do that for you."
He looks at you and says, "Only shaman uses gifts, not you." And he turns around and walks back to the shaman.
Now that's some good shit.
Yeah,
It is.
he would kind of put his hand on your shoulder and say, "That man was chosen by the gods. We should at least listen to what he has to say. It would be foolish not to."
I look at the ship and say, "I hope they didn't listen to what he had to say."
They're dead. We're not. We need to keep moving.
Essentially equating the fact that you may have crashed the ship. Moving on.
I got that.
So Harold and Kane, you've been sifting through. Harold, you were looking for metal, and Kane, you were looking for bodies.
Yep.
I got advantage in mine.
You have advantage, yes, I know. You do manage to uncover something which takes your breath away. You uncover, Harold, what looks like a solid lump of metal that is at least
That face.
at least 10 feet by 6 feet, and it's actually submerged in ice, so you can't actually see how far down it goes.
Fuck.
When you start looking, as you started kind of pushing ash away, what you've realized is that the ship crashed. It melted the top layers as it burned, and now as it's starting to cool down, all of the water that had melted has started to freeze again in the remains of the ship. So you're actually looking at this huge slab of what looks like a solid lump of metal, more than you've ever seen in one place, that is locked into a slab of ice.
Harold has that. Oh my god! I could buy so many longboats from this. This is and he walks out, but just from the ice, it would take a long while to get this out of here, right?
Well, yeah, you're not actually even far. You can't actually tell how deep into the ice
Yeah.
it goes. Because the problem is, as well, the ice that you're looking at is nearly black.
Mm.
Because as the water has been melted by the fire, ash and soot and everything else has driven into this water and then frozen as this black ice.
How big is the wreckage? Like, basically, I'm asking, could we, with minor effort, kind of cover this with snow? This place, kind of bury it.
What, the entire dragon ship?
Yeah, I mean, how much of it is actually sunken down? So, like, if it's up above, if it's all above it, it would take a shit ton of time. But if it's only that, maybe we could try to hide it a bit.
The ship you're looking at is with the way that it broke up, because obviously it's in 3 major pieces.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at an area about 200 feet long and about 30 feet wide, and at varying heights above the
Okay.
ice layer, anywhere from 5 to 8 feet.
Okay, never mind then. It's not feasible. He would go.
No, that's
Okay.
it.
No, I was just going to say to the group, and like kind of address while everyone is kind of across this area. We could trade this location, use this as bargaining. It has a lot of iron. The Iron Isles would. That's the correct name, right?
Iron Masters.
Iron Masters
The Isle
would
of
pay.
the Iron Masters.
Yeah,
Also
would
called
pay
the Iron
a
Isles,
lot.
yes.
Would pay a lot for this.
But do I recognize the part of the ship that held the cargo bay here?
Part of it is where he is.
Okay.
When you start looking at it, what you realize is that those 3 pallets of metal bars have basically fused into a solid lump of metal.
Yeah.
You also know, though, that he's talking about iron, and this is high-quality steel.
Okay. So that's where that is. Is there anything around it as well, like the crates?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. I'm gonna have everybody start searching this, like Bob and Toucan and
I would have
Kane.
come around once
Yeah.
once I didn't find bodies. I
Anybody
would
who
come
will
around.
listen to me,
Mm.
help me search. Do I have advantage in that case?
Yes, you have advantage, yeah.
And I have a question, Casey.
22.
Just on the are the fittings like just everyday small metal fittings,
Um,
like the
actually,
large crates of metal parts and fittings,
you
or are they more for the actual ship?
you were actually, because you were on the ship. Do you have repair or anything like that?
I do.
Okay. You probably would have recognized them. Doc, I don't know if you had repair or any kind
I do.
You do, okay. You'd both probably be aware then. The metal parts and fittings were actually machine parts for weapons. If you look at the rest of the materials there, you were carrying the parts to assemble a load of weaponry.
While all of them are
wood for stocks, metal bars for barrels, fittings. Yeah, that's what you were carrying.
It's for guns.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what we could do? Because the frost axe is magical. While everybody is doing that, you could take where the ice is at the base and put pressure and force and try to snap the bar, basically, at where the ice.
No.
meets
The way
bar.
I understood it, like there's an ice layer, and everything that is of value is beneath that.
No, from
No,
what
no,
I
this-
thought
this-
it was a bar. It's a big fucking like pole.
It's not.
Oh,
it's
okay.
No. It's not a pole. It's a slab.
It's flat. It's laying down.
Yeah.
all of those pallets have melted and
if
gently
you
sank
think-
together.
Yeah.
If you
We
had,
can-
you had a 6 foot by 10 foot area that was filled with stacks of metal bars.
We
then
And
melted.
when
can
the
mark
fire
the
has hit,
area.
They've all
We-
melted
Yeah.
into one slab together.
We can mark the area. I'll know where it is. Let's
Yeah.
get out of here before people come up because.
Yeah, no,
I've, throughout this entire time, I've been watching for any sort of movement.
Yeah, I mean, I would have also approached Iceberg and said that we need to map the area so we could return and tell others about this place. And I don't know if there aren't maps really here, right? It's just like
No.
going by stars and shit. But assume
Waypoints like mountains, stars, fucking.
so I'm
big.
guessing that, because we've been here for a long while, Casey, I'm guessing that we would find our way back here because, well, we would know kind of where the island is for during this year, right?
Okay, let me clarify. When it fully turns to water, it's gonna sink to the bottom,
Yeah.
and then it's gonna freeze again.
Well, what will likely happen is when the ice finally melts, the water level rises, and this island will go underwater.
With the ship, which is exactly what I said. It's
Yeah.
underwater.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on. We can't get the stuff, guys.
At the very least, we could use this as a bargaining ship for another tribe with more people and that have time or
That's where we
anything
need
else.
to go.
Yeah, I don't think we will get anything more from this ship.
Besides, we can't carry any of this. We have a bunch of other stuff to carry.
We do
Let's
not
go.
have a bunch of other stuff to carry.
All of our
Number one.
food.
All the food,
that's
all of the people.
not. That is not at all the high amount of what we have. To explain, we have a long boat, the Voyager, which holds 20 people. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people. And then we have 2 more boats, which are medium-sized boats,
We can't
racked
move.
to each other.
We
Yeah,
can't
we can.
move that.
No,
Yes, we can.
we can move.
Casey, stop. Casey, can we move this with 10 people? All of it strapped together with
not all
the
of it, but
supplies.
like
you would be moving
if-
it in loads to a boat.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the big boat.
We're not trying to
Can
move the
we-
big boat.
As 10 people move the big boat with all of the supplies on it.
You would move
you,
the boat
you
first.
have to have the boat in the water, and
Yeah.
then put the supplies onto the boat.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, can we as 10 people move this boat in the water? Because it seems to me that a boat holding 20 people with 5 on each side wouldn't move this boat very fast.
No, we're not talking
It'd be
about
like
doing
little-
that.
Well,
So that's what I'm talking about.
you would move slowly while paddling out, but these boats do have sails. So
Okay.
you may get started slowly if you are heavily loaded, but it only takes 3 or 4 people to actually move one of these boats.
And we would
Okay.
not be heavily loaded because we're at half capacity, and we also have 2 other medium boats with
But,
us that can
that's
hold
exact.
the crates.
The real issue
Okay,
is
5
getting the
people on
crates
each
out.
side can move a big boat. That's all I was asking.
Okay,
Moving
okay.
on.
Yeah. Anyhow, I don't think we should stay unless it's something easy to grab. If we are basically just gonna pick ice here for the next week.
That's
to
what I'm
get
saying.
anything.
Yeah,
That's
I
yeah.
agree with you. I agree with you.
Okay, cool.
These 3 crates are easy to grab. So what we're going to do is we're going to
Yes.
take the boats, put them onto the ocean,
Water.
and then move the crates onto the water and onto the ships. That's what we're gonna do, real quick.
Okay.
and then
I'm
leave.
cool with that. I'm cool with
And
that.
everything else, we leave. So just these 3 crates.
Okay.
Yeah, getting the 3 crates to the boats to the water, etc. You would be able to accomplish that within, you figure, an hour, maybe just over an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, let's do that. It's gonna and just to be clear, what's in the crates?
We don't know.
You don't know.
Oh, shit. Well,
You have
Be
3.
redwood, be metal parts.
it's gonna be a big surprise. So
You have,
hopefully
you
it's
have
not
3
gunpowder.
crates. You have 3 crates that are heavily fire damaged that the metal workings on them have fused shut.
Okay. We can look at that later, but for now let's grab the crates. Why not?
I
Okay,
started
then.
loading the boat with like stone spears and javelins and stuff,
Yeah.
like ranged weaponry, hand axes,
Yeah,
daggers,
Um,
whatever
Tons
survived.
of those, yeah.
Yeah, easy.
can I make a roll for making a small like rune, like here lies the clan of White Fang.
Yeah, if you're just making a mark, if there's no kind of artistry
No,
or
like
magic to it, then
like a
that's easy enough
stone
to do,
and
yeah.
a stone and runes. Here lies the clan of White Fang, and
Yeah, you don't even need a roll
a
for that.
crashing
You can
and a crashing star.
Ice Fang.
Ice Fang. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't even take. You don't even need a roll for that.
Okay, cool. Just gonna put it here.
So, what boats are you taking with you?
The Voyager
The Voyager, yeah.
and 2
That's
of the
one.
medium boats.
Because-
What are they? What are they again? Can you list them out?
Yeah. I do.
Okay, thank you.
Outriggers.
2 of the Outriggers, yes.
Okay.
And just to be clear, we could kind of fuse them together,
We can
right?
strap them together.
That's
Like,
what we're doing.
yeah.
Yeah. The Voyagers and then one Outrigger on each side.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yes.
Hell, I'm tempted to do two canoes on each side as
I
well.
mean, we can't
Regular
pull
canoes.
too much either. I think it's.
I
enough.
would recommend we get 1 Voyager, 1 Outrigger.
There's
and then
there's
2
only one
canoes.
Voyager anyway.
Yeah.
With the size of the Voyager, I will say that you could probably get away with strapping 2 boats. You could fairly easily strap an outrigger and a canoe to each side.
But not bigger
Then we'll
than
do that.
Okay.
We'll do that.
That way we'll have plenty of boats.
Yes, we'll have plenty of boats.
And
It's gonna be just like in
It's
Moana.
Pretty much. Like the
It-
little guys.
like the little one. No,
true,
not
though.
at all like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly like that. Exactly what we're doing.
Okay then.
I'm doing the drums.
And from there you set off.
Yeah.
Where are you setting off to?
well, we have quite a few villages we trade with around, or well, at least 1 village we trade with, right? Who isn't outright hostile.
Yeah, you have a couple villages nearby that are what you would consider trade allies.
The stupid heads are down that way.
Stupid.
Yes, it's a very weird clan name.
No, they're just all idiots.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we arrive, what should we do? What should we say? Did the gods give us any direction on what we should do?
The bone skills.
That's the 2 tribes that you know nearby.
Frost. Send to the frost belts.
Yeah, they sound nicer,
Uh,
right? They're pelts.
The frost pelts. What is the relationship? Exactly. Is it just trading?
Yeah,
Trade.
We trade, we kill.
but mostly trade.
A lot of killing too.
Jamie!
The main thing that you know about the frost pelts is that they do a lot of hunting, but not much fishing. And your tribe had a good number of fishers, but not as many hunters.
Mm.
Jamie, you're very incredibly late.
Yeah.
And also silent.
Well, we don't mind that
Muted
part.
microphone.
I'm what?
S-
Late.
Muted.
Yeah.
Wake up.
I'm like,
No, you're not.
You don't sound
Okay, I
like
am
that.
keeping a lookout, just in case anything is like following or, scouting.
And again, I kind of sit down with Aldrin and ask, so what's the plan, basically? We've lost our island. We lost our clan. We're now going towards another clan. What should we do with them? After that, where are we going? What did the gods say? He was the one favored with them, so he must know.
And just for the record, you're fresh out of ships to crash into the next crew.
Yeah. I mean, we technically have 3, so we could. It wouldn't be as effective, but...
I actually have a question for one of the tribals once we get onto the boats.
Yeah.
And start sailing off.
Yeah, I mean, we could take
Well,
that now,
we're
and
there
Doc
now.
can figure out...
Oh, we're there now? Oh, okay. My main question is there anything in the water that is attracted to blood?
Absolutely everything.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And even
got it.
above water.
The great tentacled beasts love blood.
Yeah, and then he would kind of go in close and point at Bricks and say, and she's attracted to blood. Everything is attracted to blood.
Alright, so bow fishing would not be a good idea then.
No.
Depends on the size of the fish you want to catch.
I am also keeping a sign out for Krakens, too.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware.
Everyone give me perception checks.
Yeah, and before you spring something on us, though, Doc, what do you say on the whole question thing?
Well, before I do that, I motion to Toucan and Bob, and I tell them, if you could, Toucan, try and open up those crates, see what's inside of them. Bob, help him do that because you're the strength here.
Your
Toucan's the
strength.
brains. He's the brawn.
Is
And
he
I do
the
have
gift, right?
disadvantage.
Gift.
He is,
yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Why do you have disadvantage?
I have a mutagen that gives me a bonus to initiative, but its side effect is disadvantage on perception.
But you don't have that all the time, do you?
So,
I can, if I drink it, it lasts until the next short rest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so might as well.
So you drank it after the long rest that you just had?
Yeah, pretty much when we woke up, because I just had to make them during my rests.
Okay.
So it was either that or I have sunlight sensitivity. I'm like, that's not good either.
So what's trying to sneak up on us?
hang on, let Doc answer first, and then we can see
sorry.
what he's trying to
So
do.
I say to Harold, my plan is to go to the tribe, ask them if they can take asylum,
The what?
or ask them if they can take us in under their wing, to make sure that we have enough food and shelter, and so that we can recuperate and lick our wounds, and then we will decide where we will go from there. Perhaps we can go to the island of the Iron Masts that you talk about, so that we could possibly trade with these crates to get some meaningful supplies and things, get some much needed information. Perhaps they have maps of this place.
This is just between me and him. We trade with Frostpels. We're not friends with Frostpels. They have no reason to help someone who has failed. We might want... We have things to trade with them for food and shelter, but they might take it from us because we're weak or seem weak.
I assure you that we are not weak. We will show them their power. Bleh. We will show them our power if it comes to that. If we stand together, then we can do anything.
If the gods say so. Alright, yeah.
Iceberg, you can't hear it, but he's laughing to himself.
No, I mean, that was just kind of sidebar between Harald and Aldrin, just so Harald would kind of know, so he can agree later. Like, yes, this is a great idea. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're forgetting the biggest thing about Fenrisian culture. They don't take in people.
Yeah.
It's weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not from
Yeah.
Fenris.
It's even better reason to kill you.
Try it.
No, I think he's saying about the other tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I hope they could try it.
Alright, so if you guys want to arrange yourselves
Oh boy.
in the boat,
Hold on. Hey.
you need at least 2 people on each outer pylon, and at least 1 person on the middle pylon.
I mean,
It basically takes 5 people to crew this ship.
I'm the shaman, so I'm not saying that I'm not gonna do work, but I am communicating with the spirits and have better things to do than.
Don't forget the
Same
other
stuff.
man that we have.
Yeah, we had another dude from the village.
Oh, yeah.
No, we had another.
Yeah, I think
we
so.
did? I
Yeah,
thought it was
No,
just
we
a
had
woman.
we had a girl.
we
It
did.
was just a woman, and she's on there.
No. We have. There was another guy
Right.
in the huts.
Yeah, like some dude. Let's call him. Let's not give him a name. Cannon Fodder. There we go. That's his name.
So we need at least 1 person on these outer ones. Or is he?
I'll be on
originally
an
like-
outer one.
Well, you need, in order to really get anywhere, you need at least 2 people in the outer ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can go on one of the outer ones. I don't really care.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Jamie, you do realize that because you don't have a pick, it looks like when I talked about the person that we don't even need to name, that's you.
Yeah, really.
Hello, my name's Cannon Fodder.
Kraken Fodder is my last name.
Aldrin.
Briggs Cannon Fodder. At your service.
I just saw this. Oh, you want me to be Fodder? Yes, I can do that.
It's my speciality.
Yes.
Who's jumping in the boats that you're towing?
Sorry?
Who's jumping in the boats that you're towing?
Oh,
I
thought we
don't
needed those,
understand.
yeah.
This is just a weird ass picture. We don't understand what is actually going on here. So
No,
basically,
I wasn't
Let's
sure what you
go
meant by
ahead
outer.
and
I'll show
pylon.
you. I'll show you this that I'm moving now. You see that one?
Mm-hmm.
That is the outrigger canoe.
we get that they're boats. We don't know what pylons are.
No, I knew what pylons were. I just didn't know what Casey was calling a pylon. I didn't know if he wanted us on the all the way out or
okay,
here.
So we,
No, the
okay.
pylons
all of us.
are the pylons of the actual
So where
main
we
boat.
were was fine then.
Yes.
Okay.
I had
Basically-
I had actually put the people that I assumed would be on the pylons before you started
I
moving
don't
people
know.
around.
Right, let's just leave it then.
There we go. Does everyone understand now? My graphical skills are beyond compare, I know, but please be calm.
Please be calm. Okay.
Yes, yes, you can be fascinated at another time.
Okay, so you sail in the direction of the Frostpelt village. You know that they are about 3 days' journey, basically eastwards.
I want to point out we have a 4.5 days of food for the outsiders. From we have 27 days in the group ration, and all of the Fenrisians basically have 2 months of food each. So if we just go by the outsiders from what we have in the group loot, that's what they have available to them.
That's also assuming that you don't do any fishing along the way.
Sure, we should do that, right?
Well, we're definitely going to get attacked along the way, so...
Oh, we should just eat the thing that is attacking us. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
That's kind of a Fenrisian tradition, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think about that.
Either it eats you or you eat it.
So
either way, battle brings
what's-
food.
What's the perception?
Iceberg is going to be the first one to spot it with that 22.
Nice.
You've been traveling maybe 2, maybe 3 hours, heading eastwards, setting the spine of the world basically to your left. That's how you're marking the northern point, and following the sun. You start noticing, although you're in open ocean, under sail, and you would expect fairly calm waters this time of year, you start noticing unusual breaks and white froths hitting some of the waves. And knowing what you know of the place, that's usually an indication that there is something under you that is stirred up, some form of life following under the boat.
My favorite enemy is beasts, so I'll probably know what this is here. Give me a second. A nature check.
That covers most of it.
Yeah, beast is a good thing to pick on Fenris.
Crit.
Nice. You know the Latin name of it?
Actually, I think that gives me stats, doesn't it?
That's never actually defined in 5e. But,
No, I know. What is it? What is it, though?
you're actually fairly certain that with that roll, it's not an it, but a them.
The sheep.
And you're thinking that this is probably a murder of young Kraken.
Fuck. How, in terms of danger, how dangerous is one young Kraken? Like baby Kraken?
You mean fried squid? I like it.
Are we talking like you can fend it off with a spear, or are we talking like this thing leaps out of the water and like latches to your face? Like how dangerous are these things?
I'd rather not get head crabbed by a squid. Thanks.
And how big?
Guys, you're on an alien planet. Of course, there's going to be facehuggers, and of course they're gonna face rape you.
A young Kraken is going to either be small or medium in size,
That's not that bad.
and you would expect that a group of skilled hunters should be able to slay one or two of them and fend off 3 or 4 of them. Beyond that, it starts getting a bit iffy.
I yell out, "Kraken Doom, give us strength!" and I shout for land. We need to beach the thing, so we have the advantage.
Are we close to land, or is that basically
we?
returning from where
The
we came?
closest land is the one you just left.
Shit! Alright,
Otherwise, you've got about a day in
I
the
yell
other
out-
direction at least.
I yell out, "Krakens, prepare," and then yell out, "Near Kraken Doom, give us strength."
Hopefully they just kind of ignore us.
You can see Harl do this, and kind of sparks come flying a little bit from his palms.
Pull out a glaive, my glaive, big fucking sword.
Well, if we're
Actually, no, I put that away. I pull out a javelin. That's a much better idea.
Aldrin, you spoke of power. Now it's time to show what you got.
Very well.
I guess I'll apply my, hold on, Crimson right now. So now I have an arrow that is now covered in lightning.
Nice.
Yeah, I just say
don't we wait until we're getting attacked, or it's
Well,
coming
yeah.
at us?
Well,
It
we're
cost
just
me a bonus
prepared.
action to do. No, mine cost me a bonus
I
action,
yell,
so it's actually better to do
ranged
it now.
weapons at the ready. Battle formations.
I don't have ranged weapons.
Formation?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at him like he's an idiot.
I'm
Yeah,
sitting
no.
there with like I'm sitting there in like Lancer spear, like getting ready to like throw, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, yeah. No, you stab it when it approaches you.
I look behind me and around me, and I'm like, we are formed.
Yes.
At least Kane, Toucan, and Bob know what I mean.
I was already ready.
Hashtag no one understands me.
I heard
Actually, that
I was
means we
like-
don't get the buff, right? The fucking
Yeah,
Weren't
that's
you
what
using
I was
Captain's
trying
ability?
to do.
yeah.
I know. We are just being bitches, though.
I have advantage.
But I will start focusing on my hurricane discipline, and kind of mini storm will start swirling around me.
I'm just standing there waiting. I have my arrow ready. Initiative or not?
I'm actually, because you're from here, Madman,
Mm-hmm.
going to give you a heads up on here.
Okay.
If you start focusing on a storm of winds on a sailboat,
Okay, that makes sense. Now when you say it out loud.
And remember, we're in the water too.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
I'm not in the water.
Hey,
Crazy.
guys,
No, well,
again, I'm
alright.
kamikaze, alright? That's my whole shtick.
So,
Okay.
I mean,
I'm not doing
I'm
doing
assuming that everybody has found their spears by now.
Oh no, yeah, we're armed. We're ready.
Yeah.
We're-
Yeah.
I have my tiny spears.
I don't have a ranged weapon.
No.
Yeah, no. You have
There are
you have
tons of
hand
them on the
axes.
boat.
Yeah, hand
Yeah.
axes, javelins.
We have spears.
Yeah.
Like
Spears, hand
stone
axes,
hand axes and
javelins.
stone spears
Yeah.
are
Daggers.
Yeah,
easily
lots of them.
available.
and daggers too.
Also,
Daggers
even
too.
with a +6, I think I have yet to roll double digits on initiative.
Casey, do Spirit Wolf swim?
Not incredibly well.
Okay. Yes, checking.
You were gonna piss that thing off, dude.
Hey, I'm just
Just asking for.
yeah, asking for a friend. His name is Darald. He's an accountant, and he
Oh, wow.
wanted to know that for a form that he was filling in on the internet.
Wow, we rolled shit. You
Yeah.
know there's no digits on those dice, right, guys? I know. I only just found out.
8,
Yeah, we rolled
5,
bad.
4, 7. Guys, we suck.
I have a +6.
24.
I'm so upset.
Do
Oh,
I assume
20.
squids or Kraken count as beasts? Yeah.
They do, yes.
Good.
Sorry, I spit all on my
Wouldn't
Wouldn't
sword.
they be magical beasts?
Would it matter?
No, beasts are still beasts.
Okay.
They're not aberrations. They're still beasts. So
No, there's such thing as a magical beast. No, or did 5e take that out?
5e took that out, I believe.
Hold on, let me look. Because I know
Doesn't matter.
unicorns
It
usually
doesn't
have-
matter.
yeah.
And so a kraken.
I'm
wouldn't
checking
be
for
enough
myself now.
Just a really big squid. It's a really big calamari.
Oh, you're right. They did take that out. That's dumb.
Jamie, you really need a picture for your character.
You do.
Seriously.
I can't tell
No,
which
I'll
character
take
is
my block.
you and which one is the
Yeah,
NPC.
like currently Casey needs to. Okay, so he basically snaps this dude from the ship and devours him, and then it might accidentally be you.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You
Okay.
really don't have a. Wow.
Jamie just wants to sleep.
So, at the top of the initiative, you've been warned that something is coming, but as of yet, Aldrin, you don't see any specific target. What do you do?
I conjure my shadow blade.
Okay.
I'm just gonna conjure it.
Oh, this is the first time you've shown that you have
That
magic,
double
right?
one though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
but I didn't actually.
Oh wait,
roll
he's
that.
using like
Doc, are you using magic?
I'm using magic.
He turns his javelin to you.
This is the
Looking
first
at it.
time you've been using magic, man.
He stands at the front of the
Also-
ship and he summons a blade out of the shadows.
Did no one have any issues with my arrow covered in lightning? That is still going. It's still covered in lightning. It
I
doesn't
didn't
stop.
hear you
You
say
were
that.
behind us.
You
We
didn't hear?
can't
Yeah,
see.
no. That is true. I
Yeah,
had kind of in
you're
the
towards the back of the ship, so they might not have noticed.
Actually,
that.
no, he doesn't turn his javelin, but he's looking at you very angry right now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Harald
We
will
have-
be facing
How
you.
how are you guys surprised about
No,
this?
not-
Thousand Suns are
We're angry.
magic.
No, they're
it's-
angry. They're not surprised. They're just mad.
Yeah, but how are you? What?
You're just blatantly using it.
Yeah.
So?
You're not the shaman.
Okay, well, we're
No.
gonna talk about this later. We
Yeah,
have-
this is gonna be a discussion later, Doc.
No,
gonna-
you had to know
how
this was
about-
coming.
We're gonna
Not
have a
these
sit down.
Krakens of war.
We're gonna have a
We've been in
sit
this.
down and we're gonna talk about boundaries, man.
Oh my god.
There is
so-
always the assumption that they thought because you were a non-corrupted Thousand Sun, maybe you wouldn't use their magic.
Yeah. Apparently, you're not above that.
It's not their magic.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
They don't
that's
know
a discussion
that.
for later.
Try to explain the difference.
Toucan kind of looks around. Oh, sorry, Doc. Before I move on, was there anything else you were doing on your round?
I am readying in one hand the shadow blade and in the other the pistol, and I'm readying an action to fire at any of the Krakens I see
Okay,
with my pistol.
got it. Toucan kind of takes a step back towards Bob and looks around, and takes some of the bits of metal off of his belt and kind of starts attaching them to each other. Looking a little bit nervous. And
Is-
then...
What?
Sorry, what was the question?
Oh, is it my turn? Or
No, it's not your turn. On
Patience.
the 18...
I was asking, am I going before the Krakens?
well,
No,
we're
you
about to
wouldn't
get
know.
your answer.
yeah, I think the answer is no.
Okay, sorry.
As a splash... Who is right next to Styx?
Ooh.
Ooh, right behind me.
And a tentacle lashes out of the water.
Boom, chakalaka.
25 definitely does hit.
I would have been so upset if that didn't hit.
Holy shit.
Like,
Doing 11 damage to it. And then it's going to strike...
oh,
Ooh.
ooh, that's not a good first round.
And it's going to
Ooh,
crit.
plus 10. Holy shit!
Nice.
Yeah, they
Is-
hit pretty good.
Is that me?
That's
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's against you.
Ow.
Yeah, level 3.
Wait.
Ow.
Hold on. Medium creatures with 30 strength?
Yeah.
Squid are 100% muscle. They have
They're
nothing
pure
other than
muscle.
muscle. They are pure muscle. That
Guys, let's get the hell out of here.
Krakens, like, for regular Krakens have
Not Fenrisian Krakens. Not Fenrisian Krakens.
I
We
was
do
about to say.
things
A,
hardcore
a
here.
lot of things are reduced on the smaller Krakens, but their strength
But
is not
there's-
one of them because
Fun
they are
fact,
pure muscle.
a small squid in real life could just drown you if it wanted. If it got you and pulls you, well, you're just dead.
Yeah.
If you can't get it off, it will drown you. Squid
They do a
are...
lot, these guys do a lot less damage than normal Krakens.
with the 16 damage on his first hit.
Yep.
Ouch. I mean, I can take a lot of beating, but ouch.
Yeah, not by much, though.
I mean, I can take 3 of those hits, but ouch.
I could take 2 of those,
And
barely.
then Iceberg, you're up.
Shit.
Shoot
Did the
her!
revolving pistol do anything?
Oh
to
yeah,
it?
it definitely struck it.
Okay, good.
This is
Um,
basically, oh, it didn't do shit. But it hit.
2 plus 4. Okay. I didn't set up the actual attack shit yet for macros, so sorry. That should be a +4. It's +4. It's proficiency in Dex for ranged attacks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will first Hunter's Mark the squid that just came out,
Okay.
and then I will ranged attack with the javelin for 23. Almost a crit. Goddamn.
Nice. Isn't don't you?
Wait,
if
is
you're
bone?
using the, if you're using the, is this the shit? Is this the Kraken thing?
No,
In that case,
oh.
19 is a crit.
Jamie has the Kraken.
No. Bone. Regular bone weapons are 19 to 20.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so you
So
crit.
The
what
difference between
happens-
bone and kraken bone is bone breaks on a 1, kraken bone doesn't. They both crit on a 19 or 20.
Ah.
This is not a larger creature?
It is not larger than you know.
Okay. So what does critting on bone do again?
Doubles your damage die.
It's regular.
Oh, and then just breaks, right?
No, it doesn't break.
No,
unless
that's
you roll a
stone.
1.
I think you're
Stone
thinking
are the
of
only
stones.
ones that break on a crit.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, stone breaks and does quadruple damage or triple damage. Sorry.
Okay, so that is
Yeah, the bone
1d6.
crits on a 19 or 20, breaks on a 1.
Stone would be good for arrows, actually.
Yeah.
They don't
Because-
fly very well, though.
Yeah. But we don't
if
have
I
arrows here, so.
Sorry, I'm not used to ranged attacks. What is the damage for it?
Same thing. Plus your
It's
dex.
strength.
No, it's dex.
Is it strength for
thrown,
javelins?
thrown
Thrown
weapons.
Oh,
Still
for
strength.
throw.
Yeah.
Prone can use either, whichever's higher.
Okay.
Prone can use
I
both.
believe I got
There.
this correct. Is that right? 2d6?
It's normally a
That would be
D6
double?
or 2d6, yeah.
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 Is your hunter mark? You double your hunter's mark.
Do I double Hunter's Mark as well?
It's more dice.
If it's a die, you double it.
Oh,
You
wow.
always
okay.
double die on crits. This is why I like
Ooh.
Rangers. They had a
So
ton of dice.
19 damage.
Nice.
I just spin
Kill
around
steal
and use the
that
momentum
bitch.
to chuck it.
Very nice.
You have Giant Slayer, don't you? By the way.
Yep.
Nice.
It's a good one.
Alright, Caliph is up.
It's not dead.
No.
Fuck.
It's only
Hey.
taken like 30 damage.
40.
19
Oh wait,
plus
it
11?
also takes another 2 damage for being a favored enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it
So
does.
21. It's taking that 32 damage.